Hello everyone, this is Take Off Doom here, and today I will be back with another passion project video, and basically another how to Minecraft episode. This is how to Minecraft episode 3, and I've been doing a bit of preparation for this video, and especially since I know the layout of this world so well. I just dug down a little bit because there's a cave system down here, a very big one, which is good to introduce some of the other materials in Minecraft. Oh, in case you didn't know, this is Diorite, which is it's purely a cosmetic. It's more of a decoration block, since it doesn't really serve any practical usage. And this is one of the cave. This is an example of Minecraft's immense cave systems. And one of the dangers of caves that, if not lit up properly, any place that is dark enough, it can spawn mobs, like the zombie here, being carried away by the water. See ya. So I've done a decent job of lighting it up, dare I say it, but of course it's hard to light up every last bit. So now to introduce some of the ores. This block is, as you can see, it's stone with black specks all over it. This is coal. Mining it will drop unless you have a fortune pickaxe, unless you have fortune enchantments on a pickaxe. Mining it will drop usually one piece of coal. You can mine it with a wood pickaxe, although of course using anything better than wood would just mine it faster. And coal is a primary fuel source in Minecraft. One of the ones you'll use the most often. It's also used to make torches. So we'll just be, truth be told, I don't really need all this, so I'll just be mining up a little bit. I'll leave the rest because I don't need it. And this is one of the most important things in Minecraft here. This is iron. As you can see, it's stone. As you can see, it has the little brownish specks all over it. The cream-colored speckles. And this is iron. You'll be using this probably, apart from stone tools, you'll most likely be using iron tools, armor, whatever. And in order to mine things like diamonds, gold, redstone, and as well as emeralds, you will need an iron pickaxe. So just mine this up. If you noticed already, I had 32 iron in my inventory from the start. This is because when I was doing the prep work for this video off screen, obviously I dug up a little bit. I dug up a little bit of iron. Now the coal ores dropped like actual piece of coal as is, but iron, as you notice, drops ores which need to be smelted. Oh, drop my pickaxe. And you smelt these ores by tossing them in your furnace. Yes, and this here is a ravine. I've already built it. I already built around it a little bit to make navigation easier. Oh, iron. Just light this place up a little bit. Realistically speaking, smart thing to do would be building along these edges, but I'm just too lazy most of the time, so I'll generally parkour it. And yes, as you can see, it's very dark. Hence, things like creepers and other things will spawn here, which is why you have to be very careful. Very careful. There you go. Eat that. That was impressive. I have not seen a zombie drown naturally. Let's see. And yes, we are at y equals 15, meaning we're 15 blocks above bedrock. Around 13, at y equals 13 approximately, is when you get natural underground pools of lava. like this one. And there it is. That is diamond. The ever so precious resource in Minecraft. Keep in mind, spiders are hostile whenever it's dark, not just at night, but also anywhere that is, anywhere that is dark. They'll become neutral once they are touched by sunlight, but as soon as it's dark, they'll be a hostile mob. So this is also includes cave systems. Keep in mind they require sunlight. They have to be hit by sunlight for them to be neutral. So that's the reason why they weren't. That's why that one kind of just came at me. And now, up. And as you see, this is what happens when you fall in lava: is you start to burn, as well as taking damage because you're being in lava. And that's why one of the other dangers of lava is. Let's see if I can somehow just. Oh, never mind. Because usually, if you jump in lava and get out before you immediately get, I don't know how to say it, incinerated per se. One of the dangers is the fire, and that the fire damage will still continue to persist and eventually burn you to death. Although you'd be fine if you got out of lava and found some water, or even rain. Funnily enough, because rain extinguishes fire. So you have to go back home. Yes, I did a bit of replanting as well. I planted trees, in fact, just so I know where this concealed base is. So it's one. Here we go. Here we go. And now that we're up here, might as well get cooking. Right-click on a stack, if I recall. If you recall, right-click on a stack will split it in half, or an approximate half. Usually, the part you take with you will be the greater of the stack. So that. And as you can see, iron ore is getting smelted, and we are getting iron ingots. Very important basic stuff, and you can see achievement get. Acquire hardware. Now this iron is needed to forge, not to forge, to craft all the tools, some of the most basic tools you'll need, because you will need an iron pickaxe in order to get diamonds and more precious resources. Actually, I don't want an axe. Ah, yes, 2 iron like this will be used. Can make shears, which you can use to collect. Things like vines, tree leaves, etc. There's some other things you can get with that, such as you can shear a cobweb to get string. And if you have a silk touch enchantment on that, you can actually get the cobweb as it is, which is very useful for placing for mob traps and whatnot. So for now, I'm a tad bit lazy, so I'll just leave it at that. Actually, iron armor wouldn't be bad either. And now, so I'll use iron for the armor. You can also make it the lowest grade of armor you can make. Sorry, grab that. Is actually leather. Funnily enough, it's the lowest grade. But I'm just gonna use iron because iron's very standard armor. Sorry, apologies for that interruption. So iron is very good, very basic armor. Very good armor to have, basically. It's kind of like the standard tier of armor, per se. Iron. Ooh, it's a good bit of iron. And you can see as I'm making it, this is like how to make the different arm pieces. So 5 ingots and like that for a helmet. 4, either, it doesn't matter. Like either in this configuration will give you boots, making like an upside down U will give you pants. And if you were to fill in the entire thing and take off that top middle, you get a chest plate. You can kind of see how it shapes out. And let's just get my full set. You can either shift click it on or drag and place it on the armor slots here on your character. And you can see my little character here. You can see he has the iron armor on him. So if I have to hold something out, you can also see what I'm holding. For now, I won't really, actually, I'll just repair the pickaxe by combining two. Because when you're repairing tools, you combine two of the same tool, and it would add their durability, their current durability, plus an additional 5%. Using an anvil to do the same thing would cost the experience levels you see here, but it would give an additional 10%. Apologies, but the advantages to anvil repairing is that anvils, by repairing things via an anvil, it allows you to preserve the enchantments kept on it. So if you're like, your enchanted gear is starting to break, need to repair it, you'd use an anvil to repair it, usually by combining it with whatever material it's made from. So if it's made from iron, you'd combine it with iron ingots to repair the durability, or to restore some of the durability. Otherwise, you'd use like if it's diamonds, if it's diamond enchanted armor, you'd use diamonds. Leather, you get the idea. And you'd get to preserve the enchantments. Otherwise, if you were to combine, let's say if I were to enchant an iron pickaxe and combine it with another iron pickaxe here, I would lose whatever enchantments on it, which is kind of sad. Especially if you have some really nice enchantments, like fortune or whatnot. Now, I'm gonna drop down a little bit. Because I want to see, where was that diamond ore? Ah, there it is. Now, as I've mentioned this before, lava destroys item drops, and I'm an idiot. Okay, that was just dumb. I just completely slipped. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause and return back there. Okay, we're back. Have to take it quick and just cut there and just save time and get back here. That was immense goof on my half. Has completely slipped and fell. And as you can see, what I'm doing here is I'm just placing blocks around the diamond to make sure it doesn't fall into lava, because very precious resource, we don't want to waste it. And as you can see, we got it. That achievement, diamonds. And yep, we got a diamond spawn. Usually they'll spawn at a Y equals 15 at the block level of 15 or lower. Maybe it's up to 18, but I believe it's 15 or lower. And they require, and usually they spawn usually in clumps in veins of either 4 to 8. So the biggest vein you can get is 8 diamonds. And this is redstone. Like if you try mining it with if you try mining anything with the stone pick, it'll take longer. And if you try, let me phrase that correctly. If you try mining ores that require an iron pick with a stone pick, they just disappear. This is redstone. Mining it will drop several pieces, and they usually spawn in decent large veins. Hitting it will cause it to light up. And we'll continue exploring the cave system to show you all the other ores that exist. Or as much as we can find, that is. See you next time.